So I just finished recording a video. It was the collection update for the last couple of months. And as I'm unpacking away my nuclear throne box, it brought up a topic that I've talked about with Stephen and Charlotte at length. And I'm just hoping to get some opinions on it to see if I'm crazy, if I'm a hypocrite, or whatever. And apologies if I'm looking down. That's where my webcam monitor channel is. I'm just trying to look at my lovely face. So I went on to Limited Run Games, which, if you haven't seen it, is they are a subsidiary of Mighty Rabbit, who made Breach and Clear and Saturday Morning RPG. They made physical copies of it, Breach and Clear on the Vita and Saturday Morning RPG on the PS4 and the PS Vita. Now, I didn't hear about it for the Breach and Clear one, and I don't mind. Breach and Clear wasn't one of my favorite games that I've played, even though I played Breach and Clear dead something. Sorry, I started for a second there. Hang on. Deadline. Breach and Clear Deadline. Which is like their Call of Duty, their zombie mode. That's why I said Call of Duty. See, Black Ops. I need to clean my desk. Now, I wanted to get Saturday Morning RPG because it looks like kind of a fun game. I do like physical media. There's nothing quite like it, especially in the days where, you know, when you buy a game on Steam or Origin or whatever other bullshit online service, you don't own it. No matter what the terms of service says, no matter what you do not own that game. If Steam was to shut down tomorrow, your games are gone. Like, maybe you're currently playing offline, they might work, but you know, if your hard drive dies or something, you're not playing your games anymore. They're not yours. They're gone. Now, when you buy something physical, you know, Xbox 360 disc, or I can't even say a PC game because they're all DRM'd. And if you were to buy the new Assassin's Creed on a disc, you still have to go through, I think, Origin or Steam or whatever, and then there's DRM'd on top of that. I mean, beside the point. So when you buy a physical media, it's yours. It's a lot harder to revoke permissions to play that, especially if the company's just gone out of business. They can't really do much for you. It's the opposite with digital stuff. If they got out of business, they can't do anything to help you rather than anything to hinder you. Cat's smelling my games. So, you know, that's my internal reasoning, and it looks cool on a shelf, which is why it sort of feeds into the hypocritical nature of this comment. Whereas I don't like the culture behind games collecting, or anything really with a culture. If you can describe your hobby to have a culture, or basically anything in your life to have a culture, it's usually not very good. I don't want to bash anyone in particular. I'll stick with the game collecting stuff, but there are examples I can think of where it's just like, when people are part of this culture, it's not about the hobby or the activity anymore. It's about being in. Now, with games, it's a bit less prevalent, I think, just because game collecting isn't that popular, but it's really, really getting popular. And it gets more and more popular when people think, I can make money off this. And that's where my little mini rant comes in. It's just like, okay, so I got a copy of Saturday Morning RPG. Cool. I'm just going to bring up, okay, I'm going to go to ebay.com and I'm going to search for Saturday Morning RPG. I paid $25, and the first $3 US. Okay, I paid 25 Australian dollars, I think it was. Oh, I'm going to look it up as well. I should have prepared for this, but it's kind of off the cuff. As I said, I literally just finished another video. I didn't even think about it. Yes, it was 25 US. They're actually not sold out at the moment. It's coming soon. Yeah, they're redoing like their cancelled orders and stuff. So I paid 25 US for these. I bought one on PS4, one on PS3. I wanted to get the soundtrack as well because it seems like it has a cool soundtrack, and I really like music CDs. But I couldn't get one. Whatever. I'm not fussed. First listing, PS Vita, extremely rare, limited run games, $75 or best offer. Saturday Morning RPG PS Vita, $69.95. PS4, $74.95. PS4, $74.50. PS4, $79.95. And so on and so on. $108, $165 with the soundtrack, 90, 60, 75, 54, 84, 60, 85, 80, etc., etc. It doesn't. At that point, it doesn't matter. They're all more than double the price. That pisses me off because, like, if you don't care, I understand you're trying to make a bit of easy money. For one, chances are it's not going to work because how many are there here? There are 40 listings, okay, out of 2,000 games. That is... My maths is really bad sometimes. That's 2% of the listings, okay, that are on there at the moment. Does that sound right? Yeah, that sounds right. So 2% of these games, at the very least, went to people who are trying to exploit someone else's hard work for their own gain. And it's kind of like when you work at like a really shitty like retail job, which I did for a very long time. And the people you work with, especially the managerial staff, they don't do anything. And they lump up everything on you. And they're the ones making more money than you, which is the way managerial staff work. They earn more money because they have more responsibility. But the ones I worked with didn't do any work and make us do the work. And when you have to pick up the slack like that, it's really fucking frustrating because it's just like, you earn double what I do, at least double what I do. And you have a more stable job. I was working, I think, casually at the time that the story in my head's going through. You know, so I wasn't getting sick days. I actually took a sick day once, and it was just before Christmas, so it was like convenient timing. And they didn't give me shifts for 6 weeks as a result of this. I had a doctor's certificate. I was in the hospital, I think, with food poisoning. And they didn't care. It was 6 weeks of no work. And of course, this was over Christmas, when you get double time and a half for public holidays, New Year's, and all that stuff. And of course, it just nothing. So I think that's why I get so pissed when I see stuff like that. Like even where I work now, I'm not gonna go into it too much. I sort of look down because it's like I feel bad. Not that anyone from my work's ever gonna watch this, or probably not much. Many people anyway. Like there's some guys there who earn way more than I do. Have been there for so much longer. Who have so much more respect, and yet the work I do is quicker. It's objectively, okay, I have got a big head, but I'm not being egotistical about this. It is objectively better work. I'm a software engineer. You can measure these kind of things like CPU time, RAM, usage, memory leaks, that kind of stuff, and elegance and commenting and whatever else. So you could tell me my code's objectively better, and they get paid double. And up until Monday, because this only happened on Monday, I was casual or contractor, which means that no sick days, no annual leave, and my work closed every 2 weeks out of every year for Christmas, so I wouldn't get paid. And I was getting paid quite it was a decent amount, especially for what I used to earn in retail. It was a lot more than that. But you see the other people who don't do that kind of good work, or objectively good work, and they earn double what you do. They have more, I won't say they have more respect, because they don't. They're not respected because their work doesn't hold up to their position, but that's only from their underlings, which is what I am. The managerial staff don't see that. They see them as the leads, and the work gets done, and they're leading. Therefore, they're responsible for the work that gets done. And if I was to do bad work, I'd be gone, because the work's on me. But because they do bad work and then I have to go and fix it, it's on them, the good work. It blows my mind. Very large tangent, I apologize. But when I see stuff like that, or I'm like, hey, that's a cool game, you know. I saw someone play Earthbound, as an example. I know everyone knows Earthbound. But when I first was introduced to it, it's just like, oh, that looks kind of cool, you know, old style RPG, colorful, Super Nintendo game. Cool, I'll look it up. It's $1,000. Are you fucking mental? It's $1,000 because collectors drive up the price. And like other stuff like that. The other one is like Nintendo cartridges. You get reproductions, and this is one that pisses me off as well. And I won't say I'm guilty for it, but hang on. Actually, oh, sorry, cat. You're up, buddy. Apologies. I didn't mean to hit you in the face. I just hit the cat in the face in my drawer. On that topic, I have Earthbound 0, the anniversary edition. This is I really hope that's something else in there and not the cartridge falling apart. But I got this off. This is a reproduction, obviously. It was off a guy on Nintendo Age. What in the... Oh, I'll be opening that up after this video. Sorry, I got distracted again. But this was limited edition, $17.50, because they can't just fucking reprint it. Sorry, I get angry. But now, if you were to go and try, if I was to go and sell this, like I paid like $50 or $60 for it. Whatever. It's a bit expensive. I can make these myself, but you know, I'm fucking lazy. If I was to go and sell this, because they're a reproduction, you'd think they'd have less value, but no, they have more. Like you see, what's it, Retro USB, their NWC carts, their repro carts, and they're like Mr. Gimmick repro carts and stuff like that. Stuff that I don't sell anymore because, I don't know, maybe it is because of this. You see them getting resold for 4 or 5 times what they paid for them. All they did was buy this game and keep it sealed, which that pisses me the fuck. Why buy a game that you're not going to play? Like, it blows my fucking mind. I understand, you know, hypocrite. I have 2,600 games or something. I'm never going to play them all. But the difference is I'm not doing it for profit. I'm not doing it to keep them sealed so that in 10 years I can sell them off and fucking swim through the money that I make off it like Scrooge McDuck. It's because I like them. I like games. I like having a goal. Especially with Xbox 360 games, I have like 400 and something of them now. I'm never going to play all 400 of these games, especially not like 8 different copies of FIFA I have or whatever. But you know what? It's my alternative to drinking and gambling and smoking and going out every weekend and, you know, whatever else. And it doesn't cost me all that much. Like, if I spend $20 a week on games, that's I know I just did this collection video where I had like a stack of games this big, but I wouldn't have spent more than like $150 over the course of 2 months if you don't count the one specialty item that was sort of by opportunity. But if you were to spend that much money just to attempt to make a profit off it, with no real knowledge about whether it's just a blind guess, it makes no sense. It's just another one is okay, and this is the one that originally started me on this whole I fucking hate this bullshit garbage. Okay, so no doubt I want to see if it's still on for sale. That's why I'm thinking. I'm typing. Doesn't look like it. Hang on, price, shipping highest first. No, it's not. Maybe it's all the same guy. It looks like it. Is it? Is that you? No, no. No. Sorry, I know I got distracted, but anyway. So I heard the announcement there's going to be a limited edition PS4 20th anniversary. It looks like a PS1. I'm like, I had a PS1. That's so cool. I'll try to get one. It was, I think, 5 or 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday when these things got released, and I had to go into work that day. So I was up at, I think 4 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I'm like, I'll just drive to work. I'll do my shit, and I'll get out as quickly as possible. And while I'm there, I can, load up the web page. I can get one. There's 12,000 of them shortly. I got one. I got one. I was like, sweet, I got one. It's cool. It's going to look cool. I can play it. It's going to look cool. And then I got an email saying that it's been cancelled, my order. What the fuck happened? So I tried to call up on Skype. And the lady's just like, sorry, you're in Australia. I can't help you. And hung up in my ear after waiting on the phone for 45 fucking minutes. So I'm at work in my empty building at like 6 in the morning at this point. I slept like 2 hours. I've been here for 2 hours or an hour or whatever. And I'm just like, if this table could be flipped, I'd be flipping this fucking table. Whatever. I don't care. I don't fucking care. $500 saved, $600 saved, whatever it was. Then I go on eBay. No more than 10 minutes after I had this order cancelled. And you see them there already. I have this order, $2,000. And people bidding it up. I don't get it. Why? Why are you such a fucking asshole? And the reason I was looking up on eBay a little while back, I was like, I wonder if they've gone down in price yet. There was one guy selling 20. Now these were, I think they were one each, the orders. You can only get one. This guy had 20. And he wanted $30,000 for them. And in the description he says, I've run into some money trouble, so I have to sell these. No fucking shit. You bought 20 PS4s. And now no one wants them. You cock. I wonder how many of these have been sold. Apparently someone paid $10,000, $5,000. I don't believe that. I do not in the slightest believe that someone paid $10,000 for it. Oh, this guy. Be one of the 12,300 people in the world to own a special. That's 0.00001% of the entire population. Okay, so apparently people are buying them for $1,300 plus. And, once again, I know, I'm a fucking hypocrite. I own like 12 Xbox 360 special editions. Xbox is, as weird as this sounds, because I'm like 28, is the console where I finally dug into gaming. Like, all throughout my life, I loved gaming, but I never was that into it. Like, I could walk away. I didn't care. But when my brother got an Xbox 360, he got Gears of War, I bought Dead Rising. That was it. I was hooked. That was the end. It's like this is the point where it goes from shitty 2D to good 2D that will always be decent looking. You can't go back and play a PS1 game with shitty 3D. It hurts your eyes. PS2 wasn't all that much better. And that's where it sucked me in. Not that I like 3D better than 2D for any reason. I like 2D a lot as well, but that's where it sort of hit the peak, and it's sort of the returns are coming back down. And so that's why I think I buy so many 360 games. I'm trying to get the full set. I want to get all the consoles because I can be to my future children, look, this is what I had when I was your age. I had a fucking shitty 3D console that could do like 3 teraflops, and now your phone does that. Ugh. I don't know. I think I am being a bit hypocritical. I think I am going over the top. But it frustrates me that these people who dictate these prices, they're mental. Like, anyone who pay $12,000 for an NWC card, who doesn't have a couple of $1 million in his bank account, I think he's out of his fucking mind. Like, I can justify to myself. Like, I just bought a $5 3D printer, okay? Plus the accessories and stuff cost me 640 Australian dollars total. Now, if that was just me working every day, that's like 3 days' wage, maybe a little bit less, whatever. Um, but I did extra work. I do IT work on the side. It just happened to line up when I lined up this job, gave him the invoice. The amount of money I made for the hours I worked was pretty much exactly enough that when I saw this 3D printer online, I'm like, hey, and I did. That money was just going to be my play fund anyway. I might have gone and paid for half an Oculus or something, which is like 12 fucking Australian dollars with delivery and all that. But I got something that I've wanted for a while that interests me. But if you're the kind of person who goes to work every day for $20 an hour or whatever, and then you go and spend 12 grand on a game, I mean, especially one that you can't really play, because in that circle, if you're spending that much, you'd have to have rocks in your head to play it. I mean, I'm all for paying $50 for the repro card if I wanted to play it with my friends, because that could be a bit of fun. But 12 grand, so you can look at it. It's like I had a copy of the Cheetah 2, the Kickstarter, the NES card, and I opened it and I wrote on a forum post that I actually played it, and it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. And it's like, you opened it? The fuck's wrong with you? You opened it? You could have been a millionaire. It's like, I paid like $150 for this fucking thing. I'm going to play it. And then they're selling it on Nintendo Age or whatever for like $200. Like, you went through all that trouble for $50, and it's not even guaranteed. Why? Why bother? Just, I don't know. I feel like that sometimes I've got the wrong hobby, which is weird to say out loud. I don't. I think the wrong people are in my hobby. But then again, as I said, I'm probably a massive hypocrite because I'm part of the problem. But the thing is, I don't think I've like sold more than 20 games that I've had in my life, and 2 of them were games that I got for really cheap, and I found out they were really expensive. And the only reason I sold them is because I would never have played them. They were like Steeplechase on the Atari 2600, and one of the other games from that same company. And combined, I got like $400 for them. I paid $5 each. I'm like, okay, you're all fucking insane. If you want to throw money at me, okay, whatever. But I mean, I understand rarity versus value. I understand that. But in the case of something like, I don't know, Final Fantasy on SNES, like Final Fantasy 3 or Earthbound, they're not that rare. They had their prices driven up. Or something like, I can't even think of another good example. Like these fucking, I really hope that's not really broken, because I haven't played this yet. I really was looking forward to playing it when I moved back into my house, or into my new house. When fuck, that's going to happen. But you buy a repro card, and it goes up 3 times. Who dedicates? Who dictates that? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know. I think that's it. Let me know if I'm being a hypocrite, if I'm looking at it wrong. If you're one of those people, I mean, I fully understand that I'm probably the asshole in the situation. Because, as I said, I'm probably part of the problem because I'm hoarding a whole bunch of stuff. But it's not for profit. It's not for financial gain. It's for the love of the hobby, love of the games. I'm like right now, I stopped what I was doing to record my collection update and record this. I was programming a game in my spare time. It's Saturday night. It's 20 to 9 at night. And I'm in front of my computer like a proper nerd coding for a game that I probably won't make any money off, okay? Simply because I love doing it. I love programming. It's really fun for me. My job's programming. It's like, yay. And I love games. And I love seeing the two come together. My two loves come together. sounded almost like a threesome. Like, I really hope my wife doesn't watch this. And I don't know, it's disheartening. First world problems, I guess. And I'll leave it there. I got nothing. I hope you've enjoyed this 25-minute long rant about nothing. And I will see you hopefully in a coherent video soon.